Just say hello to yourself. Say hello to your body. Say hello to your body. Say hello to whatever parts of your body are speaking to you. Be open to what they're sharing with you, the body parts. So make a point of not being dismissive today. It's easy to ignore a certain body part or override the information, not pay attention. And the whole point of the yoga-ing, which is the tuning in part, the feeling, listening part, bringing your undivided attention to where the happening is happening part. The whole point is to give your allegiance to something other than the endless story that the head would keep spinning. So just like the traffic outside, that continues. The cars come, the cars go. It's ongoing while we're here. But just because there's traffic out there doesn't mean we have to give it any mind, you might say. You don't have to control it. Think about it. Direct it. You're not in the street. You don't have to worry about the traffic. If you were in the street, I would say it would be a good idea to pay attention to the traffic. But you're not in the street. You'll be aware of it going by, like now. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but it comes and it goes. You don't need to be carried away by it. And just like the traffic, your thoughts, each thought can be like another car. Some are louder, bigger, really tugging at the sleeve of your attention. But like the cars, if you give thoughts no mind, they come and they go. They come and they go. So a big part of the practice is you being willing enough and daring enough to simply shift your position outside of that busy place, the control room. You can vacate it, just slip out and close the door behind you. Let the thoughts continue as they will. The worries, the concerns, the story. And just give yourself this time to explore the more of you, what I like to call the ocean of you, the oceanness, the isness of you. The place we're used to hanging out in is like the wave part on the ocean. It's dynamic, it's compelling, there's a lot of movement. And the invitation is drop in. Just beneath the part that you would identify as you, as the wave part of you, drop in. There is no gap, there's no separation between you and this oceanness of you, the ocean of consciousness. Drop in. And of course, the head wants to know how you do that. You don't do it. No distance is required. No effort is required. No thinking is required. No doing is required. It's a shift in a way of being. And it's not simply a semantic difference. So be curious, because curiosity opens the door. It's as if something's knocking at the door. And we've been saying, I hear you at the door, but I'm busy. I've got things to do, people to see, problems to solve. I'm busy. When I'm done, then I'll answer the door. But if we were to interrupt what we're so busy with, doing, thinking, directing, managing, if we were to interrupt that and open the door, we'd probably be surprised at what's to be found, what's to be had, what's right on the other side of the door. So years ago, one day I'm in the shower, and it used to be easiest for me to hear my guides, connect with my guides in the shower. Very often water facilitates that connection. So if you're interested in hearing your guides and communicating with your guides, warm shower, hot bath, helps. So I'm in the shower, and my guides ask, well, what is it that this thing you do, what is it? I was like, well, I teach, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, what is it, this thing you do? And they had been encouraging me to explore curiosity for a while. And I wasn't really quite getting what they were asking at. So they said, well, consider this thing, yoga. What's the first letter? Why? And they had been, again, encouraging me to explore curiosity. Why? Why? W-H-Y, curiosity. Why? What's the first letter of this thing you say you do? Yoga. Why? So step one, in that instance, for me, curiosity. Why? And as soon as you are curious and open the door, curiosity is what opens the door, what do you behold? Oh, there's something unexpected. O-H, or just O. And then it begins to dawn on you that what was awaiting you, but you were postponing having it, you were too busy doing, attaining, achieving, perfecting. You were busy with your sadhana, believing you were getting closer and closer to what was promised, all the while not answering the door. And then you get curious, the door opens, oh, and it dawns on you, gee, The answer's been here all along, right in front of me. And then you open to receiving it, and it feels good. Ah, Y-O-G-A. So what is it you practice? What's the nature of your practice? What is it you give your attention to, your allegiance to? While you're here, are you spending more time thinking? Do you need more practice thinking? While you're here, are you spending more time efforting? Now keep in mind, balance is the place where no effort is required. So if you continue to engage in effort, you're simply postponing balance. It's fine, but be clear about what you're actually complicit in, what you're actually practicing. You could wait till Shavasana before you have a little peace, before you allow a little peace, or you could have peace right now. What choices are you making? Why continue to try and support yourself, which is not even possible, when you can simply have support and be supported? So go ahead and relax your belly. Give your belly a rest. Relax your face. Give your eyes a rest. You can close your eyes. You might even explore practicing with your eyes closed. That may provide sufficient contrast for you to glean something different, for you to see something different, for you to get it. The wave part of me is not separate. It's never been a part from. It's always been a part of the oceanness of me. You are you. You don't need practice being you. Relax the face. Relax your eyes. Give them a rest. Simply relaxing your eyes, what happens? It signals to your body it's okay to let go. It's safe. It's safe to let go. It starts to happen naturally, seamlessly, effortlessly, without you having to direct it, manage it, control it. Relax the face, relax your belly. And then say hello to your jaw, relax your jaw, soften your jaw, but close your mouth gently. So you're breathing in and out of your nose only, just that much. And be curious, what would it feel like if you simply allowed your breath to come in and allowed your breath to go out? What would that feel? To be breathed, what would that feel like? What's your natural breath? So just for fun, without forcing it, without rushing it, when you're ready, take a big breath in and then let it go. Feel the pause, abide in the pause, and then feel, listen inwardly. Notice when your breath starts moving again, all on its own. Let it happen. It's quite natural. Let it happen. So a couple minutes, simply letting the breath happen and feeling the breath happen as it's happening without happening it. Feeling the breath happening as it's happening without intervening, interceding, without happening it. A couple minutes. Say hello to your breath now without doing anything to it. Be aware of it, feel it. Notice if it's any different now than when we started. Say hello to your body without doing anything to it. See if your body feels any different now than when we started. Maybe yes, maybe no. Simply be aware of the space we're in the room. You don't have to go anywhere. Stay right where you are. Be aware of. Say hello to the space. Open to the space. See if the space itself, same space, we haven't moved, we haven't done anything yet. But the space may in fact feel different. Why? Because, and to the extent you've begun dropping in without holding on, to the extent you've begun letting go and allowing, to the extent you've begun yogaing, these things will be noticeably different, palpably different. So the invitation is to connect with your heart, because connection happens, communication, communion happens heart to heart. So you connect with the other by going in. How does one wave connect to the other? Through the ocean. The ocean. So let's play with a little sound, and the sound this morning, let's play along those themes. So we're going to start the sound with the sound I like for heart, the ah. And then as you're making the ah sound, bring your attention deep into your heart place, your heart space, and then inside of you, drop in, drop in, down around the floor of your pelvis, perineum area. And as you get down in that neighborhood, in that vicinity, let the ah sound morph and change to the e sound. I. Doesn't matter if the ah part's longer or the e part's longer. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is. Pitch, tone, volume, doesn't matter. You're just going to start the breath with ah and finish the breath with e. And then you take a big breath in and do again. So when you are grounded, your heart opens naturally. Not because you're doing it, but because that's your design. That's your design. So as you are playing with the sound, you might envision you as a flower coming into full bloom, not because of what you're doing, but because of what you stopped doing, dropping into your innate nature, coming into full bloom without apology, letting your light be really bright. So 3 or 4 long exhales, any pitch, tone, any volume, and let's give our hands something to do so we can maybe feel something else. So with your fingertips right now, very lightly find your collarbones. With your fingertips, find your collarbones and just lightly tap on your collarbones and invite a breath or two way up there, the upper lobes of the lungs, way up into the collarbone area. And then just stop tapping the collarbones, but slide your fingers along the collarbones toward each other until you feel the inside edge, the tip, the inside tip of the collarbones. And there's a gap between the collarbones, a little gap. Right? And your fingers are right on the edge of the gap. There's a cleft there. There's a gap. There's a notch. So push in gently, right on the tip of the collarbones. And as you're pushing in, slide your fingers down toward your heart and let your fingers find the valley between the next 2 ribs, the space between the next 2 ribs. So keep your fingers about that far apart, push in gently, slide down, and you can, as you're pushing in gently, you'll feel the valley, the space between the 2 ribs there. Keep your fingers at the same distance apart. That's about the 27th point on your kidney meridian, K27. So as you push in here, when you're making the sounds, it'll have an effect of essentially shoring up any leaking you might be having in your kidneys. Just be curious about that. Just be curious about that. So lightly push in with your fingers, and remember we're starting with ah, finishing with e. 3 or 4 long exhales. When you're ready, big breath in. very gently, when you're ready, ease up on the pushing fingers, little by little by little. And when you're not pushing it anymore, place one of your palms lightly over where you were just pushing. And just breathe into that area. Breathe into that area. Relax the belly. Relax the face, the eyes, the jaw. Now remember, your job is to not abandon whatever measure of peace you've welcomed and allowed in your body. Remember, you are like the portal. You be the interface place where peace comes, let's say, from another realm, comes into this realm, into this world, into this dynamic realm, through you as you. Like the oceanness of you animating the wave. It does anyway, but what does that feel like? You're not doing it, but you're not stopping it or trying to adjust it or fix it in any way. You're just allowing it. Peace coming into the world through you as you, but not by you. Very different. Wiggle the fingers and toes, let your body know you're getting ready to move. And when you're ready, just give yourself a minute or two just to, gently move around in your body, the toes, the fingers. Maybe you want to do a little cat-cow movement. Whatever it is you'd like to do. Give yourself a couple minutes, and then you can just join in whenever you're ready. You can just join in whenever you're ready. And we're going to play today with something we haven't done for a while here. So when you're ready, we're no rush, but when you're ready, you're going to start with a blanket from like the shelf fold, and you're going to unfold it once, and then you're going to fold it once the long way. So you want to have a long rectangular pad, and it's got two short sides. One of the short sides has single loose pieces. The other short side has folded pieces. Put the folded piece end toward the top of your mat, toward the wall. The single piece end toward the center of your mat, and just put the folded pad, blanket, down your mat like a racing strap. Keep your toys handy, so blocks handy, couple blocks handy, okay. Pillow handy, strap handy. Keep it all handy. And then you're just going to sit in front of the blanket. Don't sit on it, sit right in front of it. Come on down on your elbows, forearms. Organize it so your sacrum is on the mat. And then when you're ready, just peel your way down. Lay down, knees bent, feet flat. Peel your way down on your blanket. So most of your spine is on the blanket. Your head's on the blanket. Head's on the blanket. Sacrum stays on the mat, feet flat on the mat. And then gently wriggle and snuggle without lifting your hips. Just jostle your hips back and forth. Let your belly relax. The jostling will help interrupt holding habits. Jostle, jostle, gently jostle. And then let the jostling subside. Relax the belly. Feel the contrast. No movement, but you're not holding yourself still either. Now, when you're ready, introduce the jostling again. Wiggle, waggle, ziggle, zaggle. And see, did you happen to notice what part of your body started to move first? Likely you missed it. So let the jostling subside again, not abruptly, but just you get out of the way. Let it stop. And then bring your undivided attention inside your body. Feel, listen inwardly. There's no right or wrong. Just feel inside. And then when you're ready, keep feeling inside. Initiate the jostling again. Notice what part started to move first. It's not a big deal, but just notice it. You see, it's a shift of allegiance. Let the jostling stop again, slowly, not abruptly. And then go ahead and push your head down on the blanket without clenching your eyes, your tongue, your jaw. Push your head down. And as you're pushing your head down now, simultaneously push your sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. A gentle, sustained action. Plant the balls of your feet. Let's just peel up the toes. That will help lift your arches as well. head down, sacrum down, and start using the balls of the feet planted on the mat to stretch the mat away from you gently, isometrically. A couple of breaths. Head down, sacrum down, stretching the mat away from you with the balls of your feet. And then slowly, not abruptly, get out of your way, relax. Feel the contract. Relax. Okay, now find one of your blocks. Find one of your blocks, hold it right above you. Let the block go left to right. Look at the flat part of the block, the belly, the back of the block. The block goes left to right. Put a hand on each end of the block. Palms face each other, and like you're going to squeeze the block shorter. It won't squeeze shorter, but gently squeeze into it. Reach the block up toward the ceiling a little bit. Feel the shoulder blades move. Reach up a little more. Feel the shoulder blades start to lift off the blanket. Reach up a little more. So you're reaching straight up. Reach up a little more. Like you're going to gift the ceiling to the block. Reach up. Reach up. And then keeping your elbows straight, squeeze the block gently. Bring the block toward your heart, little by little by little by little, until the block stops. Don't bend your elbows. Your shoulders snug flush into the blanket. And then as you inhale, pushing the shoulders down, squeeze the block gently. Inhale, sweep the block all the way to the mat behind you. Sacrum down, shoulders down. Exhale, squeeze the block, sweep the block all the way to your thighs. And when the block gets to your thighs, push the block into your thighs a little bit with your thumbs. With your thumbs. Okay, hands on the block again. Push into the block. Inhale, sweep the block back, squeeze the shoulders down as the block moves. Sacrum down, and then block touches down. Exhale, squeeze the block and sweep it all the way back to your thighs. When the block gets to your thighs, just push the block into the thighs briefly with your thumbs. Okay. And then bring the block right up above your heart again. Turn the block so it goes the same direction as your body, lengthwise, up and down. You can keep the block flat. You might turn the block skinny, depends on your anatomy. Peel up your heels, pick up your feet. Put the block right between your knees. Give your knees something to squeeze. Now, the blocks with the red stripe are a little harder. The blocks without the stripe are a little softer. You might have a preference. I tend to like the blocks without the stripe. I use a stripe block just so it's easy for you guys to see, if you happen to look over here, which way that I orient the block. That's the only reason I use the red block. When I practice, I don't use it, I don't like it, but it's helpful. You might prefer it. So squeeze the block with your knees, put your feet on the mat. So gentle squeezing. Organize your feet just the right distance apart so you can easily squeeze the block. Not egregiously, just gently. And when you're ready, head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. And as you exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, squeeze the block, and reach the knees away from you. Your spine peels up, sequentially, rolling toward your shoulders. As you inhale, peel the spine down sequentially, one vertebra at a time. Top of your breath, head down, sacrum down. Maybe the heels peel up. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Right. Squeeze the block, reach the knees away from you, spine peels up. More or less. Inhale, squeeze the block, peel down. Top of your breath, head down, sacrum down. Let's do one more. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Squeeze the block, reach it away from you. Inhale, squeeze the block, peel the spine down. This time when your sacrum comes down, head down, sacrum down, peel up the heels, pick up your feet. Take the block out from between your knees, bring your feet back flat, and take the block, bring it up above you, and then put a skinny block right across your belly, right over your belly button, right over your navel. So below the ribs, but above the pubic bone, right there on the soft part. And use a skinny block. Let your elbows rest on the mat. Put your fingertips on the top of the skinny block. Inhale into the belly. Feel the belly push up on the block. Exhale, hold down gently with your fingers. Let the block push into your belly. Obviously, if you're pregnant, don't do this. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, pull down with the fingers. Let the block push into the belly. Pushing out breath. Inhale, fill up the belly. Feel the belly push into the block. Exhale, pull down with the fingers on the block. Now keep pulling down this time on the block. Inhale into the belly. Feel how the breath has to go somewhere else. And then ease up with the fingers until the fingers just come off the block. Just let the weight of the very light block rest on the belly. Light block rest on the belly. Feet are flat. Peel up your heels. Come on the balls of your feet. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Relax the face, the eyes, the jaw. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Reach through the knees, hips lift up. Take the block off the belly and put a flat block across your mat, left to right. Slide the flat block right up into the edge, bump it into the front of the blanket, and then set your sacrum down on the flat block. You might scooch up or down your blanket a little bit until your sacrum is squarely on the block, the flat block. Feet are still on the mat. Your hips are now a little higher than your shoulders. Feel the consequence, feel the contrast. Push your head down, relax the eyes, the jaw, the tongue. Now push your sacrum down. So simultaneously, head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Gentle, sustained action. Head down, sacrum down. When you're ready, exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Peel your way to the front edge of your block. Don't lift off the front edge of the block. Just stay right at the front edge of the block. Feet flat, but peel up your toes. Stay at the front edge of the block. And then very tiny incremental movements without lifting off the block entirely. Stay touching the front edge of the block, but increase the tuck in the pelvis a little bit, just a smidge. And then increase the tuck in the pelvis again, a little more, a smidge. So incremental, tiny little tucking. Tuck again a little bit more. You might start to feel action in your hip flexors, in your thighs, your quadriceps. Tuck a little more. Relax the face. Tuck a little more. Tuck a little more. Without lifting off the edge of the block, you see, tuck a little more. So each time you introduce a pause, tuck a little more. And maybe a handful more, tuck a little more, tiny little movements. At some point, you won't be able to tuck anymore. Tuck a little more. Peeling up the toes to help protect the knees, and then go lower, like tuck the pelvis. And then when you're ready, inhale slowly, set the hips, sacrum back down the block, and we'll tip and tuck back and forth with your breath. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. The scapula may even lift up. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, and the hips might lift up. They don't have to, but they may. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Maybe scapula lift up. They don't have to, but they may. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Hips may lift up. They don't have to, but they may. So a couple more. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. All right, this time when you inhale, head down, sacrum down, stay there. Peel up the heels. And then when you're ready, exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, reach to the knees, let the hips lift up off the block. Reach down with your hands and reorient the block on its skinny edge. Keep the block going left to right. Snug the block, bump it right into the front of the blanket, but keep the block on the mat. And then put your sacrum down on the skinny block. So now your hips are even a little higher than they just were. Feel the contrast. Relax the belly. Relax the face. And then head down without tightening anything in your face. Head down. And then sacrum down at the same time, simultaneously. Head down, sacrum down. And then we're going to tip and tuck a couple of times. Exhale, tuck pelvis. Feel sacrum. Hips may or may not lift up. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Scapula may or may not lift up. A couple of those. Exhale, tuck your pelvis. Inhale, tip the pelvis forward. Next time you're inhaling, head down, sacrum down, pause. Let's peel up the heels. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, reach to the knees, lift your hips. Keep your hips lifted. Find block number 2. And then reorganize your blocks so you have 2 parallel blocks going top to bottom. Same orientation as your blanket, as your mat, as your body. 2 parallel blocks with a space in between. Right? Like 2 parallel yellow lines down the center of the street. And then when you set your sacrum down, each sacrum has its own block.
So depending on your anatomy, the blocks are wider apart or closer together, whatever they need to be. Two parallel blocks, some space in between. And then go ahead like we've been doing. When you're ready, head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Gentle, sustained action. Head down, sacrum down, scapula might lift up. And then slowly relax. Feel the contrast. This is the advanced part, the letting go part. Let go, but don't skip this part. Let go. And then tip and tuck the pelvis a handful of times with your breath, your rhythm. Inhaling, head down, sacrum down. Exhaling, tuck pelvis, feel sacrum. Couple of those. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, feel sacrum. All right, maybe next time, inhale, head down, sacrum down, pause. Let's peel up the heels. Pick up your feet, let your knees be right above your hips. Right above your hips. Head down, sacrum down. And then go ahead and bring your balls of the feet down. Head down, sacrum down, and then reach to the knees. Let the hips lift up. Reach down with your hands. Remove one block out from underneath you. Put the single remaining block right down the center of your mat. And then set your sacrum down on the single block like you're setting your sacrum down on the side of the book. So your hips are hanging over each side of the block. And then rest your hands on the hip bones. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the sacrum. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the sacrum. Maybe gently head down, sacrum down, maybe sustained action, and then slowly empty, relax, feel the contrast. Feel the contrast, and we're going to come right back to two parallel blocks. I just wanted you to feel the contrast. So peel up your heels on the balls of your feet, and then as you've been doing, inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, feel sacrum, reach to the knees. When the hips lift up, reorganize two parallel blocks, some space in between, and set your sacrum back down. And again, right away, feel the difference between one block and two blocks. Head down, sacrum down as you inhale. Peel up your heels, pick up your feet. Pick up your feet, and then bring your knees closer, closer, closer. Closer, closer. Rest your elbows on the floor, some distance from your body. And just put your legs in your hands. Let the legs just rest in the hands. So elbows on the floor, the forearms are wedged between the legs and the floor. Empty the legs. Let's spread the toes for a moment and then relax the feet. Use your hands and very gently jostle your legs. As though someone else is doing it. Gently jostle the legs as though someone else is doing it. And then interrupt the jostling. Interrupt the jostling. Empty. Okay, use your hands. Use your hands and push your knees toward each other, please. If your knees can come together, push your knees together. So hands push in. Keep pushing your hands in. And as you're pushing your hands in now, squeeze the knees out into the hands. Try not to let the knees separate. Let your knees straighten just a teeny bit. And let your feet move away from each other. A little bit. Spread your toes. Hands squeezing in, knees squeezing out. And then relax. Relax. Let's hold on to the left knee. And just, without moving the right knee in space, just straighten the right knee. It may not get straight, but the right foot reaches toward the wall behind you, more or less. More or less. Hold on to the left knee. Let go of the right leg. Spread your toes on your right foot. Imagine it's a big paintbrush. And then, without moving the left knee, paint a big stripe across the ceiling with your right foot. Like a big rainbow, big arc in space, until your right leg is parallel to the floor, reaching across the room. You're pulling on the left knee. Push your head down. Roll your face toward the right, chin toward the shoulder. Away from the knee you're holding on to. Inhale, roll the face to the sky. Exhale, roll your face to the left, chin toward the shoulder. Pull on the left knee, reach through the right leg, make it super long. Roll your face to the sky, and then sweep your right leg way up high. Bend your right knee, hold on to the right knee. Don't move the left knee, just let go of it and start to straighten him. Straighten it. Point straight, if not straight. Spread the toes on the left foot. And then draw that big arc, paint that big arc, big rainbow right through space. Pull on the right knee, be careful with the hip. Reach the left foot away from you, push your head down, roll the face to the left, away from the knee you're holding on to. Inhale, roll the face to the sky. Exhale, roll the face to the right, chin toward the shoulder. Have a breath there. Pull on the right knee, careful with the hip. When you're ready, roll the face to the sky, bring your straight leg way up high, bend the knee, and then slowly let's bring one foot to the mat, other foot to the mat. You might scooch down a little bit if you slipped up. So organize it so your hips sacrum just lightly, gently rests easily on the skinny blocks. Let's reach your hands toward the wall behind you. And then let your wrist stack. Let your wrist stack, one wrist above the other. Just bend your elbows. Let your hands, arms rest behind you. Pause for a moment. Now, check in with your back. This might be plenty high for your hips. Some of you have longer torsos, different proportions, different anatomies. Some of you are bendier. So you may return right here or not. There's a couple of different options I'd like you to explore. You may come back here. So just let this feeling register with you. And then when you're ready, peel up your heels, come back on the balls of your feet. Sweep your hands to the sky, and then bring your hands down by your feet. Reach down with your hands, with your fingers, feel the far edge of the block. And then push into the block a little bit. Before we do this next little thing, I'm going to sneak in something first. I'd like to invite a little traction into your spine. We missed that part. It could be a little weird at first, but it can be really fun to feel the blocks do this without you having to do it. So I want you to return to where you just were, peel up your feet, bring your legs toward you. So now the legs are in space, and I want you to reach back down with your hands, feel the blocks. Notice how a long, flat part of the block is touching the mat. And if you put your fingers on the top of the block and slide toward your hips are on the front edge of the block. Your hips are on the edge, the flat part of the block is on the floor. We're going to reverse that relationship. So lean a little bit onto your left block more and more and more and more and more. And then reach down with your right hand. Keep your blocks parallel to each other. Lift the far edge of the right block with your hand, and then snug it underneath your sacrum. And then start to shift your weight more and more and more to the right block. Organize it so that the far edge of the right block remains off the mat. And then same deal with your left block. Reach down with your left hand, pick up the far edge of the block, snug it underneath your sacrum, more under, less under, and then shift your weight. Organize your blocks so that the far edge of the blocks are no longer on the mat, but your sacrum is on the flat part of the top of the block, and the only part of the block touching the floor is a little edge of the block. If that's been successful, you'll have wiggle room. You also will have a little traction happening with your sacrum. Put your elbows back on the floor, somewhere to your side. Rest your legs in your hands. And then just using your thumbs, intermittently push your thumbs into your thighs so you are rocked back and forth, back and forth. You're being moved without having, while you're being supported. You're moving yourself while you're being supported. Support's just happening. You're not having to do it. So use your thumbs a few more breaths. Gently, gently pushing in. Intermittently, push and push and push. And then let that subside. Let that subside. Let's just sneak in one more of those painting the rainbow just to feel any difference with the blocks in this configuration. So hold on to your left knee, straighten your right knee, and then sweep your right foot right across the sky until the right leg is reaching away from you. Hold on the left knee. And then bend your right knee, bring it right back. Hold on to your right knee, let the left knee, straighten it, or towards straight, and then sweep it right, the foot right across the ceiling, right across the sky. Reach the foot away from you. Take a breath, and then bend the left knee, bring it right back. And then go ahead and bring your feet flat to the mat. Now, gently scooch down your blanket until the skinny blocks are flat again on the mat. Pause, have a moment. Let support register with you. It's happening right where you are. The ocean's connected to the wave right here, right now, through you, as you. Now we're going to maybe come back here, maybe not. Give up your heels, come on the balls of your feet. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, heel sacrum, reach to the knees, let your hips lift, 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 lift. Reach down, take your blocks, keep your blocks parallel, put them on their tippy tops. Keep the space between the blocks, but put the blocks tippy tall. And then set your hips on tippy tall blocks, feet flat. If it's too much on your back, please do not do it. If it's too much on your neck, please don't do it. If this is too high, come back to two parallel blocks, or you have another possibility. You could opt to put two flat blocks back to back going across your mat, or the bottom block flat going across your mat, and the top block skinny, right on top of the flat block going across your mat. So there's different options. Find something that feels good for you and take a few breaths. So supported bridge. Supported bridge. When you're ready, feel up your heels. Pick up one foot only, knee above your hip. Pick up the other foot, knee above your hip. Push your sacrum into the blocks. Push your shoulders down, maybe your elbows down, and straighten your legs. So the ankles, knees, hips, legs vertical, spread your toes. So supported, shoulder stand, push down on the blocks, maybe push down on the elbows, heart opening, lifting, relax your jaw, squeeze the knees towards straight, spread your toes, lines of energy happening, push elbows down, spread the fingers, what happens? Energy moving through the body, let it happen. And then slowly start to empty, let the knees bend, bring only one foot down first till it finds the mat, then the second foot down until it finds the mat. Empty your body, let support happen. Don't skip this part. When you're ready to come out of here, peel up your heels, come on the balls of your feet. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis. Peel sacrum, reach your knees away from you. When your hips lift off the blocks, if you have parallel blocks, open your blocks like a book and set your hips down on the inside of the V shape, inside of the book, on the flat part of the blocks. You may adjust the blocks closer together, farther apart. Organize it so the blocks stay like a V shape, either tall blocks or skinny blocks like a V shape. So the only part of the block touching the mat is a skinny edge. Your hips are on the flat part. That gives you wiggle room. Let support happen and jostle your hips back and forth. Jostle your hips back and forth without lifting anywhere. Jostle your hips back and forth. Just a few breaths here. Jostle the hips back and forth. Let the jostling slowly subside. Inhale, when you're ready, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, reach through the knees. When the hips come off the blocks, reach down, slide the blocks out from underneath your hips, and very slowly, gently set your hips down. All the way down. Put skinny blocks adjacent to your thighs, outside your thighs, about a block distance away from you. Skinny blocks. And then tip the blocks toward your thighs. Walk the feet toward each other as you open your legs like a book and set your thighs on the skinny, flat part of the skinny block. So the blocks tip in. Blocks tip in. Support your legs with the blocks. Maybe let your feet move away from you a little bit. Arms might reach behind you. You might stack your arms one on top of the other right on the blanket. Whatever's comfortable for your arms. Have a few breaths. Have a few breaths. Let the legs be supported. Relax the face, relax the belly. When you're ready, inhale, head down, keep your face relaxed, and then sacrum down simultaneously, head down, sacrum down. Now, reach the knees toward the floor so the thighs squeeze on the blocks. Your sacrum will lift up just more or less just off the mat. If your sacrum is just off the mat, knees reaching toward the floor, thighs squeezing on the blocks, jostle your hips back and forth a little bit. The whole while squeezing thighs on the blocks gently. Jostle back and forth and back and forth and back and forth just a little bit. Let the jostling come to stillness till you feel the pause, and then set your hips down. Empty. Sweep your arms back down, hands to your blocks. Lift your legs off the blocks. Feet flat. Now, organize it like you started. Sacrum is on the block. Most of your back, your head is on the blanket. Take one block, put it underneath your foot. So orient the block so it's the same orientation as your mat, as your blanket, as your body. Put the other foot on the other block. Organize the block so your heels are hanging off the front, your edge of the block. Heels are off the block. Most of your foot is on the flat block. Feet are about hip width apart, roughly, more or less. Heels hanging off the block. Now, with your hands on your thighs, slide your fingers up to say hello to your knees. Tap on your knees a little bit. Just say hello to the knees. Okay, and then just rest your fingers on your knees. Bring your knees to the left. So your right sacrum is going to lift up the mat. Slide your right hand away from the knee, all the way up your thigh till the heel of the right palm snugs into the groin, into the crease. Keep it there, plant it there. Bring your sacrum back flat to the mat. And then knees go to the right. Slide your left hand away from the left knee, all the way up your thigh till the heel of the palm is flush and snug right into the groin. Keep it there. Bring your sacrum back flat to the mat. So now your hands are as high as they can go on your thighs. Push your hands into your thighs until your elbows are straight. That shrugs your shoulders up. Keep your elbows straight so the arm bones are going to carry some weight down. Relax your jaw. Keep your face relaxed here. I'd like you to start to push your hands into your thighs a little more, and then a little more, and then a little more. Start to push your sacrum into the floor so your thighs start to push into your hands. Your hands keep pushing into your thighs little by little. Right? Push your head down onto the blanket without tightening anything in your face. Hands into thighs a little more, thighs into hands a little more. So galore, head into blanket. The jaw. Let the breath continue. Hands into thighs, thighs into hands, head into blanket. And then slowly, not suddenly, slowly relax. Till the elbows are resting down. Legs empty, arms empty. Feel the contrast. Don't rush. When you're ready, pick up your feet. Put each foot on the opposite block so you cross your legs. So you cross your legs. Feet are resting on the block. Now be careful with your feet here. Head down, sacrum down, simultaneously, like we've been doing. Head down, sacrum down, then reach the knees toward the floor. Careful because the legs squeeze on the feet. Knees reach toward the floor till your sacrum lifts up. It might just lift up a little bit. It might lift up more or more or more. Knees squeeze down. Sacrum lifts up. This helps to reset the pelvis. A couple of breaths here. And then slowly, slowly set the hips down lightly, gently, and you get out of the way. Empty. Don't skip this part. Big breath in. Like really empty. Let it go. And then we're going to repeat one more of those we just did. Head down first. Relax the face. Keep it relaxed. Then sacrum down. Simultaneously. Then reach the knees toward the floor. Allow the sacrum to lift up, maybe just a little bit, maybe more, wherever it goes. Careful with the feet. A couple of breaths or so, and then when you're ready, don't rush. Lightly, gently set the sacrum down. Lightly, gently. Get out of the way. Okay. Let the knees lift up. With your feet, push the blocks aside. Keep your blocks handy. You may need them. You may want them. But look around, find your strap, and then go ahead and you want to organize a big loop in your strap, You want to make sure the buckle is out of the equation. So big loop with your strap, and then with one of your hands, karate chop, put the loop around your hand so you can karate chop the end of the loop. So one hand is going to push in the end of the loop. Wrap the strap around the other hand, so you don't need to use a death grip. You can have the strap between both hands when you reach your hands up. Let your hands now be a little less than shoulder width apart. So one hand is karate chopped into the end of the loop. You wrap the strap around the other hand, so you just kind of like, you don't need to hold on to the strap with your hands. Just wrap the strap around so it'll stay. And remember, we started class way back, pushing the hands into a block. Now we're pulling on the strap as though you're going to stretch it. It won't stretch. But this is the same movement we're going to revisit, but now instead of pushing, we're pulling. So reach up toward the sky a little bit. Your shoulder blades will start to move. Reach up a little more. Reach up a little more. Reach up a little more. Reach up galore. Stretch the strap and then pull. Bring the strap toward your heart little by little. Don't bend the elbows until the shoulders are flush into the blanket. Keep stretching the strap. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Shoulders push down, sacrum down. As you exhale, stretch the strap slowly, sweep the strap toward your thighs. Tuck the pelvis, peel the sacrum, reach to the knees. So the thighs come up to meet the hands coming down. Push them in together. Inhale, sweep the strap back. Pull on the strap, peel the spine down. Top of the breath, head down, sacrum down. Maybe peel the heels up. Exhale, stretch the strap. The hands sweep back. Tuck the pelvis, peel the sacrum. The hips come up to meet the hands coming down. Push them in together when they meet. And then sweep your hands back and back. Peel down. Bring your hands right up above your heart. Let the shoulders drop down. Now, unwrap the strap around the one hand. Let the strap be longer between your hands and wrap the strap back around. So now your hands are wider than shoulder width. Now you might have to adjust that distance in a moment, but start where you are. Now peel up your heels, pick up your feet, take the strap, put it in front of your knees, slide it down your shin bone to the front of your ankles, put your feet on the mat. Slide your ankles away from each other, feet away from each other till the ankles bump into your hands like two little stops. I'd like the strap to be taut right around the front of your ankles. Right? And organize it so your feet are a little wider than shoulder width. Strap is taut around the front of the ankles. The outside of the ankles are bumping into the hands. Peel up your toes. It'll lift your arches. It'll help protect your knees because energy starts to move from the solar plexus, lines of energy, through the sacrum, down the legs, and out the feet. So inhale, head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Pull on the strap with the hands. Let the knees reach away from you and let your hips let up, like peel the spine up, right up to your shoulders. Don't hurt your neck. Keep your toes lifted. Pull on the strap with your hands. Push down with your feet. Curve in the low back. Migrate up toward your heart. Little bridge pose. Energetic bridge pose. Like let the action happen. A lot of energy. And then slowly peel down. You don't need to be up there for 10 minutes. Peel down. Pause when you get there. Maybe you need to adjust your feet a little wider, where your knees just wider than your feet. If your knees want to splay wider, separate your feet a little wider. You might need to make your strap a little longer between your hands. But organize the strap so it stays taut in front of your ankles. Organize it so that your ankles bump into the hands like those stops. Peel up your toes. Let's repeat that. Head down, sacrum down. Couple of breaths here. Relax the face, the eyes, the jaw, the tongue. Exhale when you're ready. Tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, then reach to the knees, then pull on the strap. Hips lift up. Keep pulling on the strap. Don't let the knees go wider than your ankles. Use the strap. Relax the jaw. Shoulders down, head down, not the neck. Couple of breaths. Curve the low back up toward your heart, and then slowly ease up, like peel down. When you come down, just put the strap aside. Pause for a moment. Let's take our pillow. You got your pillow somewhere. Find the pillow, hold it above you, like you held a block at the beginning of class. So flat pillow, left to right, right above your heart. Hands on the bottom of the pillow. Elbows straight, looking at the pillow, right above your heart. Push up on the pillow a little bit. Push up a little more. A little more. The shoulders start to lift. Push up and up like you're going to gift the ceiling with the pillow. Push way up, like way up, up, up. And then let the weight of the pillow come toward your heart. Keep your elbows straight until the pillow stops. Until the pillow stops. Pause there for a moment. Let the arm bones simply carry the weight of the pillow. Just that much. Okay, bend your elbows, put the pillow just above your head on the floor, behind your head. So the top of the head is just touching the pillow, and then reach your arms back. Bend your elbows, let your arms rest on the pillow. Maybe the palms face each other, maybe the palms face the sky. This should feel okay with your shoulders, depends on your shoulder situation. If it doesn't feel good, please make another choice. Armpits squeeze down toward the floor, so squeeze your shoulders flush into the blanket. Hold on to the pillow and bring it right up above you again. And then put a skinny pillow right on your belly like you had to block at the beginning of class. A little heavier here. Skinny pillow right on your belly. Inhale into the belly, feel it, push on the pillow. Exhale, push down on the pillow, gently jostle the pillow. Inhale, fill up the belly, no hands on the pillow. Exhale, use your hands, push down and jostle the pillow gently. Try that again. Inhale, no hands, fill up the pillow, the belly. Exhale, push down on the pillow. Now keep pushing on the pillow, inhale into the belly, feel the consequence, the contrast. Exhale, take the hands off the pillow, just let the weight of the pillow, just rest on the belly. Take your hands, push your hands into the pillow. Push the pillow into your lap. Push the pillow into your lap. Peel up your feet, your heels, and your feet. Reach down, grab your knees, pull the knees in, sandwich the pillow between your belly and your thighs. Big breath in as you exhale, pushing head down, roll the face to the left, chin toward the shoulder. Inhale, roll the face to the sky as you push your head down. Exhale, pushing head down, roll the face to the right, chin toward the shoulder. Pushing head down, inhale, roll the face to the sky, and then lift your head as you exhale and curl. Head toward your knees toward your head, curl. Inhale, lift, curly. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift, curly. And then let go of the feet, let go of the knees. Now, let's just take a couple breaths, keeping the pillow right where it is. Find your blocks again. And then let your feet come toward each other. Open your legs like a book. Maybe rest your thighs on blocks. Let the blocks tip towards you. And if you want more opening, lift your legs off the blocks, tip the blocks away from you, and let the blocks support your thighs. So either tip the blocks in or tip the blocks out. So the thighs are resting on the flat part of the block, either the skinny block or the longer, flatter part of the block. Depending on your anatomy, one of those will feel better than the other. Find the one that feels yummiest, and then take a few breaths. Take a few breaths. Let's sneak one more little series in, just because it's fun. And we're here, we've got the props to do it. So you can always come back here if you like. If you want to hang out here instead of doing another thing, just hang out here, or whatever direction you're being moved. But if you want to come along and follow along, just lift your legs off the blocks, take the pillow off your belly, just have a moment yourself. And then I would go for scoot your hips left or right, roll onto the side of your body. Have a breath or two. Come on up when you're ready. Don't rush. Don't rush. And when you come up, if you're going to come along and play this way, put the pillow across your mat, flat, and make sure you have ample padding on the far side of your pillow. So maybe it's just your mat. Maybe it's a mat and a blanket. Maybe it's just blanket. But in any case, you've got sufficient padding on the far side. Pillow goes across your mat. And then you're just going to spin around. You're going to hop up on your pillow. So you're facing the wall, away from the center of the room, and snuggle into the pillow. Snuggle into the pillow. Let it conform to you. Let it happen. You don't have to conform to it. And then put your hands down. Snuggle into the pillow again. Come on your elbows and forearms. Snuggle the sacrum into the pillow again. When you're ready, come on your shoulders and your head, not your neck. Snuggle the sacrum into pillow. So keep your sacrum on the flat pillow, snuggled in, but not your kidneys. Feet on the mat, flat. Shoulders and head on the blanket. Shoulders and head on the blanket. Okay, peel up your feet, pick up one foot, then the other, reach down, find your knees, pull the knees in gently, and then rock side to side, lightly, gently. Let the pillow say hello to your back. Let the pillow say hello to your back. Find center sacrum. Find center sacrum. Let's go ahead, release the left leg so the foot comes to the mat. Lace your fingers in front of the right knee and push the knee into the hands if the elbows get straight until it pulls on your arms. Lift your head. Chin toward your heart. Breathe between the shoulder blades, behind the heart, back there, between the vertebrae, the ribs. Lift your left foot off the mat. Extend the legs straight. Reach toward the wall. If it happened to be there, push into it. Otherwise, reach toward it. Leg parallel to the floor. Elbows straight. Pushing the knee into the hands, pull the shoulders down and back and down. When the shoulders don't move anymore, bend your elbows, bring your thigh in. If the thigh snugs up against you, track it to the side. Take the leg with you, peel your back, shoulders, and head to the mat. Pull down on the knee, head down, sacrum down, careful with the hip. Reach through the straight leg, roll your face away from the knee, pushing the head down. As you exhale, inhale, roll the face to the sky. And as you exhale, roll the face toward the knee you're holding on to. Chin toward the shoulder. Have a breath here. And then roll the face toward the sky. Bring your straight leg way up high. Bend the knee again. In case you did previously, hook your feet together. If it's comfortable, rock side to side. Just a couple of times. Make it easy. Pause, find center sacrum, hold on to the left knee, bring your right foot to the mat. Lace your fingers in front of the left knee, push knee into hands. When elbows are straight, keep pushing. Let it pull on your arms, lifting your torso, lift your head. Chin toward your heart, breathe into the back body, breath or two. Lift your right foot when you're ready. Straighten that leg, reach away from you, leg parallel to the floor. Pull the shoulders down and back, don't bend the elbows yet. When the shoulders can't move anymore, if you still have room, then bend the elbows. If your thigh snugs up against your body, track the thigh to the side. Reach to the straight leg. Take the knee with you as you peel your back. Shoulders and head to the mat. Push your head down when you get there. Sacrum down, head down. Pull down on the knee. Be careful with the hip. Pushing head down. First, roll the face away from the knee. As you exhale, pushing head down. Inhale, don't rush. Face to the sky. Exhale, pushing head down, roll the face toward the knee, chin toward the shoulder. Have a breath here. Inhale, roll the face to the sky, straight leg, super long, and then sweep it way up high. Bend the knee again. Hold on to both knees. This time, don't hook the feet. Rock side to side. Find center. Now lasso your legs with your arms. Wrap your arms around your legs. Elbows, crook of the knee, knee in the crook of the elbow, knee in the crook of the elbow, roughly. Maybe hook your fingers together. Maybe clasp one wrist with the other hand. Lasso your legs. Now squeeze the knees into the arms. Relax your jaw. Squeeze the knees into the arms. Keep that happening. Spread your toes. Maybe the feet are touching. Maybe separate the feet a little bit. Find what feels yummiest for your hips. Squeeze the knees out. And then as you're squeezing the knees out, reach your hands away from you a little bit so the arms in turn squeeze in as the knees are squeezing out. Couple of breaths. And then slowly, hold on with the hands, but slowly empty the arms, empty the legs. Then let go with your hands. Drop your elbows down. Rest your legs in your hands. Forearms wedged like before. Forearms wedged between your legs and the floor. Jostle your legs with your hands. Relax the belly, the legs, the face. Jostle as though someone else is jostling your legs. This helps interrupt holding patterns, even unconscious holding patterns. Let the jostling subside. Let the jostling subside. Use your hands. Push the feet toward each other, please. Push the knees toward each other. Sorry, knees toward each other. Push in with your hands, and as you're pushing in, squeeze the knees out. You might move the feet away from each other. You might not. The legs are strong. Try not to let the knees separate, and relax. Hold on to the opposite knee with each hand. Arms make an X. One arm is on top. Now splay the knees apart until they just stop. So you're wrap your fingers around the knees. Your elbows, your arms make an X right around your elbows. Now squeeze the knees into the hands. It'll pull on your arms. Spread your toes. Push your head down. Roll the chin toward the now bottom arm shoulder. Roll the chin toward the bottom arm shoulder. And the knee you're facing, start to reach it away from you. Let it pull on that arm. Have a breath or two. And then let the knee come back to where it just was. Squeeze the knees away from each other, pushing head down. The knee you're not looking at, reach that away from you. Let it pull on that arm for a breath or so. Breathe into where the action is. And then let that come back. Let the knee come back. Squeeze the knees away from each other. Spread the toes. Push the head down as you roll the face back to the sky. Keep reaching the knees out, but use your arms and pull the knees in. If you would pull them together, do that. Pull the knees together. Squeeze the knees out. Try not to let them separate. And then relax. Put the other arm on top. Splay the knees apart until they stop. Pause. Empty. And then squeeze the knees into the hands. Let it pull on your arms. Spread your toes. Push your head down. Roll the face toward the now bottom arm shoulder. The knee you're facing, start to reach it away from you. Let it pull on that arm, a breath or two or three. Breathe into where the action is. Let the knee come back to where it just was. Squeeze them away from each other. Spread your toes, head pushing down. Reach the opposite knee away from you a little bit. And then let that come back to where it just was. Squeeze the knees away from each other. Spread your toes, pushing the head down, roll the face to the sky. And even though the knees continue to squeeze out, use your arms and pull the knees in, right together if you could. Hands pull in, knees squeeze out. And then let go with your hands, straighten your legs. Let the feet be way up in space, above your heart, your throat, your face. And then I'd like you to introduce a tiny little movement with your feet, with your legs, maybe a little Barbie walk. Maybe the feet go together back and forth or side to side. Introduce a tiny little movement, and then here's the thing. You get out of the way. The movement may stop. It may morph and change. It may stay. Just let it happen. Whatever happens, let it happen. Just let your legs drain. Just let your legs drain. When you're ready, bend your knees, one foot to the mat, then the second foot to the mat. Let's keep the left foot flat. Slide the right foot away from you until the right leg is straight. Left foot flat. Okay. Go ahead and reach the right hand toward the center of the room. So the right side of your body is going to start to get longer. Stretch the mat away from you, isometrically with the left foot. Start to reach back with the right hand. Push the head down, roll the face toward the left, chin toward the shoulder. Reach back with the right hand. Stretch the mat away from you with the left foot. And then take your right heel and reach it away from you until it just hovers off the floor. Right hand reaching back. Stretch the mat away from you with the left foot. Push the head down. Chin is over to the left. And then relax, face rolls to the sky. The floating heel drops down. Your right elbow bends. Put the right arm anywhere comfy. Slide the right foot in to you until it's flat. Slide the left foot out until that leg is straight. Reach your left hand back and back and back and back. Stretch the mat away from you with your right foot. Reach back with your left hand. Stretch the mat away from you with your right foot. Reach back with your left hand. Push your head down, roll the face to the right. And then reach your left heel away from you until it just hovers. Reach the left hand back, stretch the mat with the right foot. And after a couple breaths or so, when you're ready, empty. Face rolls to the sky. Straighten both legs if it works for your back. Right. And let your elbows bend, let your arms be somewhere comfy. Arms be somewhere comfy. A little Masyasana variation. So go ahead and push your shoulder blades down. So you're lifting your heart. Push the shoulder blades down. It tips the pelvis forward. Reach the heels away from you. So the top of your thighs, right where your bottom ends and your thighs connect in. Push into the pillow. Push down with the shoulder blades. Let your heart lift. Reach the heels away from you until they just hover. So tipping the pelvis forward a lot, like galore. Tip the pelvis forward. And then empty. Empty. Some of you may want to stay here with your hips supported, either on a flat pillow or maybe put it on a skinny pillow, hips a little higher. Some of you may want to bring your feet back to you. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum business. You can lift your hips off the pillow. You can take the pillow out from underneath you, put it on your belly. You might put your legs on blocks. You might take a pillow. If it's not underneath you, if it's not on your belly, put a pillow underneath your legs, cross your legs. So just find some yummy position. Find some yummy position where your body feels, oh yeah, supported. And wherever support is happening and you feel it happening, make a point of softening there. Make a point of softening there and just melt. And just soften and melt. Like your puddle. puddle do just puddles? What's it feel like to just be a puddle? Puddle do. Puddle do. Rise my body to release whatever is no longer needed to its perfect function. Rise my body to release whatever I'm holding on to. Consciously or unconsciously, I authorize my body to release whatever is no longer needed to its perfect function. It's divine design. It's innate state, which I don't have the authority to change. I just have the capacity to alter my experience of that. That's the good news. I don't have the authority to change it one iota. I only have the capacity to misperceive it, experience it as though it were perfect. But if I get out of the way, all that's left is the perfection of what it's always been. Can you be willing enough and daring enough to be the evidence of that perfection, which is you right now, embodied in the world? Same body, same you, but different experience. Same world, different experience. What would that feel like? That feel like?
And just remember, you don't have to be coming to any special place, even home base, before dropping in. You can drop in wherever you are being. Peace is to be found where it's to be had. Peace is in that interface place where you are being. Peace is where you are being. Balance, where you are being. Doing is not part of the equation. Thinking is not part of the equation. Efforting, not part of the equation. Achieving, not part of the equation. Not if you're ready to have it. So you let go and allow. There's only one possibility. You receive and you have. You let go and allow. You receive and you have. That's the natural way of being. And you're reminded of this 20,000 times a day. Every time you take a breath, you exhale, you let go and allow. And as soon as you're ready, the next breath, the inspiration rushes in. It meets you right where you are. You let go and allow. You receive and you have. Let it happen. And then ride the wave of happening. See? It's very active. It's just you're not in the director's chair. It's not even though you're riding the wave, you are the wave, unfolding, moving, being moved. So even though you don't have to come to any special place, even home base, initially it's easier to get it when you find yourself in and amongst and around others who are so willing and daring to be present, to let go, to allow. It makes it easier. It's the main reason we come together, because together it's easier to get it initially. So let your namaste today be a simple expression of gratitude extended to each of the others who were here this morning. Gratitude simply for their willingness to be present, their willingness to let go and allow, their daring, their courage, their willingness. That's what made it easier for you. When they wear their light bright without apology, you find you just naturally do the same. Okay? And then your willingness in turn makes it easier for them. And so it is we come together, supporting each other, uncovering and rediscovering this most innate state, this most natural, organic, effortless, seamless way of being in our body, the way of being on the planet. And it's yours to have. Just have to ask yourself if you're ready. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for being here this week. Those of you who are here all week, namaste. Thanks for being online. It's been a great week. It has been a good week.